It's Sunday, June 2nd, and it's time for the Tarot Snapshot. I do this every Sunday evening. This is a roughly 10-minute video, 3-card reading where I take a look at where we're at in life, what is vexing and perplexing us, and what heals and reveals. So essentially where we're at, what's challenging us, and what's the guidance around that challenge. This is supposed to set us up for the upcoming week. Now, it's fascinating that I'm supposed to talk about this, but tarot cards, divination, oracle cards, runes, those sorts of things, as far as I can tell, they are a doorway or a phone line to spirit. It gives us an opportunity to, get through the clutter of our rational mind, because we are in connection to spirit. All of us are, but the rational mind, the intellectual mind, can get a little bit loud. And what that means is sometimes we need an external, maybe third party perspective to set us straight. So that's what this is. And I probably bring tarot cards into every third reading that I do as I'm guided by spirit. I've just done 4 sessions today. And I think out of one of them, I brought tarot cards in once. The other ones I didn't need to because the messages were that strong. When it comes to tarot cards, though, it just is a way for spirit to make their message more clear and to emphasize the points that I've been making. With that being said, I set the intention here that this card reading is for us, me included. So 3 cards, who we are, what vexes and perplexes, what heals and reveals. The card for us this week is 7 of Wands. Okay, I love this. This talks about the inevitability of us encountering bullshit in our life. We are going to have things come at us. This could be on the national level, global level, community. This could be all around us, inside of us. This could be the wands that are coming at us. Just life, conflict, turmoil, stress, all of those inevitable parts about being here on Earth. This card reminds us that we are on this mountain, and ultimately, we've got what it takes to withstand that. The last session that I just had was with this powerful woman. She was so powerful, but she had no idea how powerful she was. And I had to express it to her. I'm like, well, your ancestors, the spirits around you are saying, look at your accomplishments. Look at how incredibly strong you are. You don't see it because you're living in a subjective reality, not an objective reality. And I'm offering you the objective reality about who you are and where you're at in life. Once I told her that, I said to her, I go, can't you see that based on your strength, that you are stronger than the things that are rolling around in your mind, that you can literally decide to not feel a particular way about a circumstance. She had some guilt that was rolling around inside of her. And I told her, it's like, you would never have anybody that you love feel guilt around that scenario. And she's like, absolutely not. And I'm like, you get to decide that you don't have to feel that way as well. That's what this card represents, that with that strength, that ferocity, the fire of those wands, we get to decide how we feel about those things that are on the inside of us and how we interact with those things on the outside of us. Please remember your strength. The next card is a card of what vexes and perplexes us. This is interesting because maybe I'm still picking up from her reading. I love this because I had to talk to her about what she wanted in this world. She was a mom, she had a career, she was a wife. And I'm like, well, you're doing a whole lot for other people around you. What do you want out of this world? Like, what do you want? And this is that person. Here's another wand card. We have this person looking out over the globe, looking out and what they want. I don't think that we get taught nearly enough that what we want, our heart's desire, is something that we should be pursuing and that we should have. I think that a lot of us feel guilty about pursuing our heart's desire and the things that we want in this world. this is something I'm going to encourage you to do, that when you find your heart's desire, when you become sustained and nourished, fulfilled, balanced on all levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, you become the best version of yourself. That's the version the world gets. By extension, the world becomes a better place. So if you don't know what you want out of this world, take some time to figure it out. And remember, when you figure it out, don't feel any apology or shame as you pursue it. The next card is our card of guidance. What heals and reveals. The Eight of Swords. I couldn't have asked for a better card to be in this place. To me, this is the card of unlearning. The swords represent the mind. The mind is easily programmed. Think about what I was just talking about. We're not taught that we should have our heart's desire because we can feel selfish, or even worse, we can feel like we're taking away from other people and not giving to those people. Like, this is so interesting how this dovetails with the reading that I just got done, because I told this woman, I was like, you have this best friend, feels like she's in Florida, feels like you haven't seen her in forever. And she's like, yeah, Jessie. And I was like, you got to go spend some time with her. And like, this woman was the mother of 3 kids. She had a career. And I'm like, go figure out how to go spend maybe just 3 days with her. Go take a break, go have a little break, figure out, your family's going to be fine. Figure out how you can remove yourself and go sustain yourself. Because if you want to be the best mother, best wife, best career person, you got to take a little bit of time away from being those things. Familiarity breeds contempt, and absence makes the heart grow fonder. We get taught all sorts of awful things. That's what this card is representing, that we must unlearn those things that we've been taught. So those blindfolds can come off, those sheaths can come off, and this woman, even though she thinks she's surrounded by these swords, she's not. She can take them off and she can walk right away. She can walk away. How do we unlearn something? By learning something new. How do we learn something new? By repetition. By repetition. This is why I'm a fan of, I've got prayer beads. This is why I'm a fan of mantras. Mantras, prayer beads, repeating things over to ourselves to combat the programming that we've picked up along the way. So I want you to sit with what your heart's desire is. I want you to sit with what the world has taught you is fair and true about that heart's desire. And I want you to figure out how to unlearn what you've been taught, whether it's been by your family, by this culture, what have you. You got to remember that you only have one life, and that life should be as balanced and fulfilling as you can possibly make it. You don't want to have regret when you pass away into the world of spirit. So make the most of your life, find out your heart's desire, and pursue it with no shame and no apology. All my love to you. Be well, and I'll see you next time.